Hello, everyone. So, what's been going on? I got a little sniffles. Okay, so this is what happened. I finally hit up a 6.2. I did a 10K on this gym that I go to. They have these curved, those treadmills. I've seen them in running, what do you call it? Running expos. Like before you do a race, a half marathon or marathon, sometimes they have these running expos. And then they'll show like, I've seen them in there before, but this gym actually had them. So it's almost simulating kind of like if you're running on asphalt. So it's not slippery like a treadmill, like your traditional treadmill, which I'm starting to slip all over them now, like the regular. These ones are more curved and they're kind of trying to think how they kind of got some separation, almost like between a sidewalk and an asphalt, but it's soft on your feet still, but not. It's a little bit more natural running than a treadmill. The treadmill you're still lacking, like the push off, especially like with the hamstrings, right? So I've been doing that, so I'm a little stuffy now. For some reason, if I start getting a little, like almost like sick, I think I'm kind of breaking into like like for some reason I'm kind of getting faster. Like I might get the flu tomorrow, but it just means that like that my body's kind of going through something and it's kind of changing. That just means like I hit up this 6.2 mile run. I didn't do it very fast. I did it like in about 48 minutes. Not a horrible pace. Um, but no, I feel a lot more comfortable, at least on my endurance, right? My oxygen. Because when I got back into running, I could barely run freaking 2 miles and I was gassing. I was like, Jesus Christ. Um, I went from freaking doing marathons to not even being able to do 2 miles. But so okay, so when my vehicle got rear-ended, this is what's funny. My insurance on my paid off Honda is uh I got a 2011, right? It's paid off, and that thing, okay, my insurance is $90 a month, like 80 something. I think it's more like 80 something. No, hold on, I'm so sorry. Like it was like 83 a month, paid off, um, 4 cylinder, and I drive the car like point A to point. I don't even go anything extended. It's obviously it's cooling off just a little bit now, but it's still hot. Um, I haven't taken like I haven't driven the car like past 30 minutes for the most part. Like unless I'm stuck in traffic or there's something. Um, but the gym and to the store, just those things, right? Compared to the bus, right? So when I got rear-ended, I was whatever going at it with the VA and then my private insurance and just certain things. Okay, um, so when they rear-ended me, the lady rear-ended me. She had insurance. So I'm calling my. We had the same insurance company, so I even gave my insurance company the phone. So this is how I'm losing it. This is how everything's just collapsing now. Everything's just horrific. So I call my insurance. The lady hits me. I point at the red light because the lady looked confused, like what happened. I pointed at the red light, and then I guess she realized she hit me. I was at the red light, right? And she was actually pretty nice. She actually was. Okay, and that's why like they ought to, okay, to jump ahead, but I was sent to an injury doctor, like a lawyer injury doctor, and I said no, I'm not going there. I'm gonna go see a regular doc, my regular primary care. Just have them look at me real quick in case anything going on. The lady rattled me pretty good, and that's it, right? And then for pain and suffering, I got like $1,500. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna talk about that, but that's it. Like that's don't take this lady's house. Don't get anything more out of this. And I know it's corporate America. You don't, these people don't care about you. But even like her adjuster even said, he goes, "Damn man," he goes, "You're a real honest guy." He goes, "How about just I give you $1,500?" Because the doctor, my own doctor wanted to send me to physical therapy, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Her insurance shouldn't have to pay for that. I could physical therapy myself if I need um to do anything. I've been physical therapying my freaking fractured hip for the past few months. Okay, um, so what happened is after during the accident, the police came, and then uh, I'm on the phone with my insurance, and this is what happened. I'm telling them everything. They're asking all these redundant questions, and then they said, "Yeah, can we still have your?" I was on the phone with them for 15 minutes in the middle of the street, and there was no safe area to park. That's how bad this was, right? So I could only get out the car and tell vehicles to go around me. And this lady on the insurance said, "Do you have your phone, your password?" I guess on my insurance company, I guess there's a password when you. And I go, "We've been talking. You've been." I go, and I said the password, and she said, "No, that's not it." And I said, "Well, I swore I didn't change it." And she goes, "I'm sorry, but we got to drop this call. You got to call back." I go, can you give me some other security question, or is there something? She goes, "No, I can't." I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. So now I'm pissed off, and then so when people say, "Yeah, she could have done it," or "What could you have done," or when people tell you shit like that, or "I wouldn't have got off the phone," it's like, what can you do? The bitch don't want to help me, so I had to call back again and been on the phone like another 15 minutes just to get to where the starting point. And then this lady told me, "Yeah, the lady shouldn't have done that. There's other ways she could have got your fucking password." I'm like, and then when I told her the password she goes, "Yeah, that's it." I'm like, fucking people. Um, so check this out. So a couple of days later goes by. The car's drivable, but I'm gonna have to take it to a shop because the bumper and the headlight busted, and there's like a fender bender, and the lady actually got the worst of the damage. Okay, even though her car was an SUV and mine is a sedan, and I'm calling my insurance. We have the same insurance company. Okay, so they said, "Yeah, we can't fix your car yet because she hasn't taken her adjuster hasn't accepted fault." I go, "The lady rear-ended me, and the cop gave her a ticket for rear-ending me." And then the lady goes, "Yeah, it may take a while, but they haven't accepted fault." And I go, "Well, what happens if they don't accept fault?" And then she goes, "You have to pay out of pocket." And I go, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Yeah, you don't have I have full coverage. I got non auto insurance, whatever. If someone hits you and they don't have insurance, your car's covered. Forget what that's called." Okay, and she goes, "Yeah, you have that, but you denied natural disasters." And I go, "Where I live at in Texas, Texas doesn't really have natural disasters." So I just said, "I don't. It's not like Florida or like California, if you want to consider the earthquakes." But really, I mean, I was thinking California a lot, and the earthquakes are kind of, other than some bad ones like here and there. Like when I mean, as far as I know, I haven't seen any vehicles split open because of an earthquake. At least the years that I was stationed there as a grown up, right? Maybe in the 80s there was a big earthquake that rattled some things. I think the San Francisco earthquake, the Oakland earthquake was a big one. Okay, but other than that, and then they go well, and like Florida has natural disasters, right? The hurricanes. So I denied natural disaster insurance, save a few bucks, right? And then she goes, "Well, in the state of Texas, if you deny natural disaster, you're denying collision, full coverage collision." I go, "Well, I have full coverage in case somebody without insurance hits me. My car is covered. Isn't that full coverage?" She goes, "Well, there's no such thing as full coverage in the state of Texas. You just go off premiums." So only fucking after you get in an accident, they're telling you there's no such thing as full coverage. So I'm like, I do pay like 90 a month, and I had a ticket like 15 years ago, like legitimate ticket, okay? Like I went 13 miles over the speed limit or something like that on the highway. 13 miles over the speed limit. I think it was like 65 and I was going like 78 or something. It wasn't like horrific, but I was breaking the law. Had to pay for it, right? But yeah, that's it. I mean, um, and then the ticket that I got for going the speed limit, but it was a school zone. I was going 30 at 4:30 p.m., but apparently it was a school zone, so I was only supposed to go 20. And then the cop pulled me over. And I started saying, "Hey, isn't school out?" And he goes, "Yeah, I was about to leave." Fuck him. But for some reason, I paid that ticket, but that didn't go on my driving record. Okay, so I have a clean driving record. Okay, so that's a lot for a car that I bought for 5 grand that's used with 100 some thousand miles on it. I mean, the Honda is not a nice looking car. I mean, inside I keep it clean and it smells good, but outside the paint's all faded and all that bullshit. Um, so so that she goes, yeah, you I go, well, what do I need to do in case this happens again? To get collision, full coverage collision. And she does the whole thing and she goes, okay, yeah, good thing that we caught this now. Obviously, we can't fix your car now with this new policy, but we can update your policy and it'll be ready from here on out. So now my insurance is 150 a month. So I'm like, wait a minute, I get hit, but the lady's insurance did cover it, right? So what the hell is this? Is how it is with inflation, and I'm not going back to that fucking bus. And that's another thing, that innocent lady, that beautiful lady from the Ukraine that got stabbed by those freaking monkeys, okay, by the monkey on the stupid monkey on the sicko psycho monkey. And I'm just gonna, she had no business being on that. Not, I think it was a train, not a subway in North Carolina. She had no business being around in that environment. Okay, I've done public transportation, and that's like outside New York. Okay, let me explain. In New York, there's a lot of people that are on the buses and the trains and the subways, right? So for her to be the only white girl in New York, like on a subway, it's probably not going to happen. And then like there's a lot of women on the subways, a lot of children. Like to me, somebody would have done something if that was in New York, full of passengers. Some New Yorker would have that would I don't think that would have happened the same. Obviously, if that was compared to North Carolina, okay. And situations where I was on the buses and shit like that, I had no business on there. Even some of the Amtrak, especially the fucking Greyhound buses, right? Um, okay, it's just public transportation is fucking shit. I don't want to go back to that. I'll fucking pay this 150 a month for insurance. Jesus Christ, the car's paid off, but it's almost like saying like, you know, no matter what, they still want you to pay a good amount of money, even if your car's. They don't want you to just have a beater car like me, and then you pay just a little bit of insurance. 70 bucks a month, 80 bucks a month, food covers. That should be norm, right? But no, fucking car, piece of shit car. I always say it's a piece of shit car. I love it, right? It's so reliable, but it doesn't look appealing, right? 150 bucks a month. I mean, I had a brand new fucking car off the lot. In 2013, I bought my car brand new. What was another year that I bought the car brand new? 2013, the car was brand new. Okay, all the way until I had it until 2021. And then before that, I had that car. The car that I bought before that was brand new. The car that I had before that was brand new. So 3 brand new cars before. 4, no, 4 brand. Jesus fucking Christ. And never was I at 150 a month. Um, the car's almost fucking. The car's 14 years old. Paid off. With inflation, I mean, yeah, the car can go for 11, between 11 and 17 grand, but that's with inflation. It ain't like they're gonna give that to me, right? So that's something that I gotta, like, Jesus Christ. Okay, and then I go to the dentist, right? The dentist. Okay, so the dentist, I had to get a crown replaced, and and they're like, yeah, we'll cover you. I pay insurance I have dental insurance, right? Uh, with my job. I have dental insurance. So with dental insurance, I pay like $420 a month. So I go to dental and they say, yeah. I go, will you cover this crown? Because when they were cleaning my teeth, the crown fell off when they were cleaning my teeth. And they're like, we don't know why, but this is loose. This came and then I said, hey, do you guys, will your insurance cover it? I go, this came off before. That specific one comes off. Like it came off like a couple times, like in the past year. And then they're like, yeah, we can redo it and resubmit one or give you a new one. We can tell this one, the way it's kind of shaped, it's when you floss, it's popping your crown off. Yeah, we'll cover it. We got it covered. Okay. And I said, yeah, don't do the appointment unless it's covered. So they told me it was covered. I show up, finish the crown, say thank you. I'm ready to check out dental, and they go, that'll be $400 and something dollars. I'm like, they're like, yeah, your insurance ran out. You've already succeeded your dent. I go, fuck. Okay, so here's another four something. Okay, so I have AAA, right? So a few days ago, I get in the car to go to the gym, and I could tell when I went to open it, I couldn't open it with the car alarm. That means the battery's probably dead. So I opened it with the car key, and there's no lights in the car. Battery's dead. I called AAA. They came pretty fast, so they went to give me a jump. And you know AAA sells batteries because I bought a battery from AAA back in 2017. So they show up. I even talked to the lady on the phone. She's very nice, very flirtatious. I tend to have my way with women on the phone, like when I call customer service a lot. And um, so she goes, yeah, there'll actually be a one that's coming like in 20 minutes. So I'm like, all right, perfect. And she goes, yeah, they should have a battery. We do sell batteries, whatever, right? And I'm expecting, okay, I may have to pay like $300 for the battery and the installation, whatever. It takes 30 seconds. With the one thing I like about these older cars is you can kind of just put the battery. My Nissan Murano, the guy basically had to take out the radiator to put the battery in. I went to switch the battery out. And I go, what the fuck is this? I just had like a little bit had like a screwdriver and a wrench, and it's gonna be 30 seconds. Nope. Fucking mechanic took an hour, had to take an hour. It was underneath the fucking radiator. Okay, or some bullshit. So this one, okay, so he gives me the jump. I said, hey man, let me start the car. Can I start the car for a few minutes and then see if the car turns back on? So I went to turn the back car on, and the car wouldn't come on. And he did the all testers. He goes, yeah, your starter's good. Good news. Your alternator's good. It's the battery. And he goes, the thing is here, man. He goes, if you want, you can drive the AutoZone and just buy a battery. You just got to leave the car on. And I go, I'm not leaving the car on, especially if Mexico's like fucking 2 miles away. And I live in a border area, right? And he goes, I don't live in Mexico, but I live in a border city. I live in El Paso. So he goes, unfortunately, so he goes, all right. And these motherfuckers are nice, but they're still stupid, right? And he goes, okay, here. He goes, well, I take my working van, the AAA van. Sometimes I leave it on when I go. I go, yeah, but that's a company thing, and they got cameras. You got a tracking device. That's not your personal vehicle. If they steal this, and then what am I going to do? I'm going to have to tell the insurance that I left the car running. He says, yeah, you're right. And it's not his problem. So I go, hey, okay, because when I asked him, I say, hey, do you have a battery to buy? Right before I go, do you have a battery to buy? He goes, they're like $250. And he goes, yeah, we should have one. Let me go. I go, okay, that's fine. If shit happens, I gotta, he's right there, right? He's gonna put the battery in, or I'll put it in, or just get it from him, whatever. So he goes to his man. He goes, hey man, I just sold the last battery this morning. Whatever, that's a lie. I don't know. I go, fuck. So now I gotta do it. So the buses, you can't take the batteries on, right? And I don't want to take the fucking bus to fucking. I don't want to get on the fucking buses no more. I don't ever want to ride a fucking bus ever again. Okay. I don't ever, fuck that. Oh God, please don't ever let me be in that situation. So anyways, this is going to be long. I know, I'm so sorry. Okay, I got good traps now though. Or I've always had good traps. But I take the, so you're not supposed to even get an Uber. I should say you're not supposed to get an Uber like with a battery, right? Like, fuck it, this is El Paso. These are third world country motherfuckers. I've had Ubers pick me up with fucking, I don't even know who this motherfucker was. They don't speak English. The windows were cracked. I had an Uber who had no fucking AC. I had an Uber in El Paso that didn't have fucking seatbelts. It's just this sorry ass ghetto shit, right? Um, Fuck it, I'll take my backpack. I'll put the battery in there. The Uber driver won't see it. No harm, no foul. I'll bring my old battery in there, and then I'll put the battery, I'll swap batteries out. So I brought the old battery in. They gave me $15 for the old one, credit. And these batteries are fucking expensive now. There's no $60 batteries no more. So the cheapest battery was like 180. And then they're like, yeah, this one's 180, the other one's 239, and then our latest one is 269.99. And they're like, I go, is the car gonna start if I buy the 179.99? And the guy goes, yeah, it has a 2-year warranty. Yeah, it'll start. The other one's got a 3-year warranty, but they're more. I go, yeah, just give me the 2-year warranty one. Buy the battery, bought a little wrench to put it on. How I got home, okay, that's another story, but let's just not. Okay, so they got this little streetcar trolley, right? So I put the fucking battery in the battery in the fucking backpack. And then I get on the fucking streetcar, and I don't think you could take the fucking battery on the streetcar either. But it's a brand new battery, and fuck it, they don't need to know. And I had it in my backpack. My fucking backpack, and so no one could really tell, no one really bothered me. And then I walked 15 minutes. It's almost like the old days before I had my vehicle. It kind of brought back bad memories or some shit. I don't know. But the conductor was pretty cool. I know her, right? We got to talk again. So I go home, and then I in 30 seconds I put the battery on, and then the car starts. All good, right? It wasn't the transmission. It wasn't anything overly expensive. Thank God, not yet. Okay, so that happened. Okay, what else has been going on? What else have I been spending money on? Uh, yeah, just shit. I think there's been other things. There was that. There was I know there's been a few other things. Yeah. Okay, so I had Rosera, right? And the same thing. They're like, your cream, your retin-A cream. So where's it at? I got the retin-A cream, 1%. So they rewrote me a prescription, and then they call me saying, yeah, even though you got a skin condition, even though you even though you have private insurance, um, the VA for some reason didn't fucking, I don't know why. The black primary forgot to refill it, which is fucking weird. The medication that I actually needed. So then this doctor, for some reason, they were able to refill it, which is fine, but it's considered cosmetic, even though I have a skin condition called rosacea. I need that fucking cream, and they still said no. That the medication is gonna be that cream. It lasts for like 3 months though. The thing. Okay, so let me get it. Let me get it. Let me see if I have it. Okay. So this lasts for about 3 months, and but it costs. It was I think 100 and like $50. Okay. And the VA doctor just would have fucking hit the right button, not been a dipshit. They would have just refilled these, right? Even though they're a little bit smaller, but yeah, I better not fucking lose this like a fucking toothpaste bottle. But yeah, so then I had to buy one of these, right? It's just like, so that $1,500 that I got from the accident, that shit went. That shit is fucking gone. Just by bullshit. Things that I shouldn't. And I say, like, am I a victim? Do I have a right to be a victim? Well, yeah. Everyone else is a fucking victim. Why can't I be a victim? So that's what's been going on. So, you know, it happens, I guess. But it's just, everything's gone to shit, man. I mean, but thank God I ain't on that fucking bus. Fuck.